Hansel and Gretel. Once there was a lumberjack who lived in a cottage in the woods with his children Hansel and Gretel and his second wife Margot. Margot was young and beautiful, but she was always in a bad mood and did not like the children. "Why do I have to do all the work? I just washed the dishes this morning and they're dirty again." Hansel and Gretel did help around the house, but since they were little kids, sometimes they forgot it and went out to play.
"Ha ha ha, I found you, my turn."
"It's your turn, all right. Your turn to go sweep the floor. And you foolish girl, go iron the clothes." "But last time I got burned." "And what makes you think I care?" One day the lumberjack lost his job and the situation at home got worse. "What did you bring for dinner? Because I already told you that we have no food at all."
"This bread is all I could buy."
They ate in silence and went to bed very hungry. At night, the children's stepmother told her husband, "I have an idea. Tomorrow when you go to look for work, you are going to take the kids with you and abandon them deep in the forest. That way we'll be rid of them and we won't have to go as hungry." But the lumberjack did not like this idea.
"Woman, are you out of your mind? I couldn't possibly abandon my children that way. What if a wild animal devours them?"
The woman, who had a heart of stone, replied, "You'll have to do it because you have no money to feed the four of us, and they are going to starve anyway." The man, who was very depressed about the situation, had no desire to continue arguing and decided to do what the woman said. What the stepmother didn't know was that Hansel was hearing the whole conversation. The child, who was very intelligent, thought of a plan.
"I'll wait for everyone to sleep, then I'll go out into the woods and gather some white pebbles."
He did, and the next day, while his father was leading them into the woods, Hansel dropped the white pebbles to mark the way.
"Well, children, stay here and I will come back to get you when I'm done looking for work."
"Hansel, I'm scared. This place is very dark."
"Don't worry, let's wait for a while and then we'll go back to the house."
"But I want to go home right now."
"No, because Margaret is in the house and she will get mad at us. We have to wait until Dad gets home. Look, Dad left this piece of bread for us. Let's eat it."
A few hours later.
"Okay, now it's time to come home."
When Hansel and Gretel returned, the woodcutter was very happy.
"My children!"
But Margot was very angry. "I told you to leave those brats in the woods. Why didn't you?"
"I did, but they found their way back here."
"Then tomorrow you're going to do it again, and I'll go with you to make sure that this time you do the job well done." Hansel thought he would follow the same plan as the night before.
"I'll wait for them to go to sleep, then I will go gather some pebbles."
But the poor boy was very tired with all the events of the day, and he fell asleep. The next day.
"Oh no, I fell asleep and I couldn't pick up pebbles last night. I know what I'll do. Instead of pebbles, I will drop breadcrumbs from the bread Dad gave us."
Again the woodcutter delved with the children in the woods, but this time the stepmother was with them and wanted to go even further.
"It doesn't matter. I will still be able to find the way back with these breadcrumbs." "Okay, children, stay here and I will pick you up later."
"Hansel, I'm scared. This part of the forest is very spooky."
"Don't worry, we'll be back home in a few hours."
Since they had nothing to eat, they decided to return early because they were hungry. But when Hansel looked for the breadcrumbs, he got an unpleasant surprise.
"Oh no! The birds have eaten all the breadcrumbs."
"Hansel, what happened? Why aren't we going home?" Since Hansel was the older brother and he was used to taking care of his little sister, he said,
"Don't worry, come with me. We'll find our way."
But Hansel had no idea where he was going.
"Oh no, how are we gonna get home?"
Suddenly, in a little clearing in the woods, they saw a beautiful house. Look, Hansel, it's a gingerbread house, and it has many candy. Oh, I'm so hungry.
Who is the mouse that nibbles at my house?
Gretel, come here.
Who's that? I think I hear kids around here. Come closer! I am a very kind old lady.
But the woman was actually an old and evil witch who liked to eat little children. The gingerbread house was just a trap to lure the children into her house. Hansel and Gretel were hungry and very tired, so they accepted the witch's invitation.
Sit, children. I'm going to prepare a delicious dinner for you.
Wow, we are so lucky.
Yes, what a great dinner we are having.
You must be very tired. Come, get some sleep.
But when the kids woke up the next day, Hansel was locked up in a cage. Why is Hansel in there?
Because I'm going to eat him. But your brother is very thin, and I want to fatten him first.
No, Miss Witch, please don't eat my brother.
Be quiet, you little brat. You will cook and feed him every day. As for you, little boy, since I can't see very well, every day you will let me feel your arm so that I can tell when you are plump enough to eat.
But Gretel, who was also a very smart girl, gave Hansel a chicken bone. When the witch asks you to feel your arm, give her this bone so she will think you're still skinny. And so...
Little boy, let me feel your arm. Still very thin. Little boy, let me feel your arm. Still very thin. Little boy, let me feel your arm. Still very thin. This kid is never going to get fat. I'm just going to eat him right now. Gretel, turn on the oven.
No, witch lady, please don't eat my brother.
Go turn on the oven.
The poor little girl was very scared, but still came up with a good idea. She opened the oven door and said, Witch lady, I don't know how to work the oven.
Useless girl, get out of here.
The old witch approached the oven. Gretel quickly pushed her in with all her might and closed the oven door.
Quick, grab the keys.
Okay.
Run, let's get out of here.
The two children ran as fast as they could. In the woods they found their dad. He was very sorry for what he had done and had been looking all over for them.
Children!
Dad!
I'm so glad I found you. Margaret left the house. I will never abandon you again. Also, I have some good news. I have a new job.
And the three lived happily ever after.